Hi, welcome to I'm George, and this is your post-Eucharist wrap-up for today, January 27th, 2019. This morning was our annual meeting. An annual meeting is the time when our church gets together to look at the budget for 2019 and to adopt it, to elect new members of our vestry, and vestry is our governing board that steers the ministry of our church, and to also worship together as one church family. So we did all that this morning, and in annual address this year, I focused on the beautiful passage we had from Luke today, which is from Isaiah. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because God has anointed me to preach good news to the poor, recovery of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. That is such a brazen thing for Jesus to have stood up in his home synagogue and just proclaimed the way he did. It is brazen every time it's heard. And when this morning we looked at the ways that St. Mark's is doing that proclamation, the way that we're being good news to the poor, proclaiming the acceptable years of the Lord, setting free captives, and there's all kinds of ways that happens at St. Mark's. I wonder how it might be true for you. How are you good news to people? How are you good news for the poor? How are you setting captives free? How are you doing those pieces that Jesus calls us to do? For loving God, serving neighbor St. Mark's, we see that happening all over our campus in so many ways, from the Village House, which was our women's homeless shelter that was here in the month of November, to our children's ministry with our preschool, to the AA step groups we have here, the 12 step groups, to our worship and the ways that sets people free. There's all kinds of ways that we are being God's people and setting people free. So that's your post-Eucharist wrap-up for today. I'm George McDonald, and I look forward to seeing you next week. God bless. Goodbye.